Hutchins is a guy who has won this race before. There are 2 riders on the Dodds House team that have won this race before. Hutchins was a guy that back in 03-04 was hit by a car on campus while he was training and actually laid unconscious in a coma for 8 days with an array of complications, but obviously able to come back and ride.
And he's got a big gap to make up right now. You see him working hard as the Cutters come in for an exchange. That's going to help his chances of getting back together.
Faisai also doing an exchange. Hopefully Cutters, Faisai, and Dodds House will get back together, because we got the Black Key Bulls and Major Taylor sitting on the wheel all day long, is out in the front group right now, sitting on the second wheel as normal.
What a spectacular ride that they have had today. And not thanks to some of the exchanges that have not gone, as you mentioned, cleanly today. And the Black Key Bulls, they had the chain that derailed, and they had to run their bike in.
Black Key Bulls coming in for an exchange. Major Taylor's also coming in for an exchange. Nope, going another lap. This is the first time we've seen them put their nose out in the wind. And they've actually got a gap over the Cutters and Faisai. Dodds chasing with Black Key Bulls. We got 9 laps to go.
And this is really when it all gets exciting. It comes down to the finish. Sasha's trying to close that gap on Ali on TMT. They want to put TMT in a tough position.
Well, that's right, but Sasha's also got to close this gap, but then set his rider up for the exchange.
Sure, he's trying to just ride a terrific last set.
Looks like Major Taylor coming in to do their exchange now.
So it looks like Ali is not their sprinter.
Not the best exchange again from Major Taylor.
That looks like Kenny Parks on the bike for TMT.
Well, we're getting a report that Team Major Taylor has done a full 10 exchanges, but that is unofficial at this point.
Cutters and Faisai off the front. Black Key Bulls trying to catch back up. Dodds House getting caught up in traffic, but we see the Major Taylor riders also catching up with the Dodds rider. These guys are all trying to get back together to set up that last exchange, huh?
This is so exciting. Black Key Bulls has their sprinter on. Dodds is looking to get their sprinter on. He's coming in for an exchange right now. Cutters is looking to set it up. You're going to see Cutters do another exchange.
Chris Chartier trying to get out of some of the pack of the lap riders, and he almost bit it, sliding his back tire in.
And remember, he's a sprinter right now, so he knows he wants to get together with CT and get settled before those last couple laps.
We've gone through 193 laps.
And look at Black Key Bulls coming right over the top.
Oh, they're doing short sets. This is interesting. He's coming back to Isaac. They're going to do a couple short sets towards the end of the race.
Great
Exchanges
exchange.
are really crucial. Good exchange.
Cutters in first, Faisai in second, Team Major Taylor third, Black Key Bulls fourth, and the Dodds House fifth.
Oh, and it's all shaking out right now. Faisai is looking to get their sprinter on the bike. Stayacek. Mouth's wide open. He's giving it all he's got.
5 laps to go.
Cutters looks like they're poised for an exchange. And it's Alex Bishop, it looks like, who is ready to grab the bike.
Great exchange by these guys. I mean, we were talking real little 500 professionals right there with Black Key Bulls. Major Taylor, 3 pedal strokes, and he's right back in the front.
And where's Dodds at? Dodds has to expend a little bit of energy right now to catch up, and it's going to come together. He'll have plenty of time to recover.
That's right, Black Key Bulls and Cutters having a little conversation there.
Again, it's a sprinter's race. These guys, just kind of grouped up, ready to go. Oh, and Dodds House looking to shake it up a little bit. You got to like it.
Looks like they might be coming in for an exchange. Who knows? Could be the fake.
Oh, that's Shear on the bike. Now he's coming to Chartier. Okay. Getting their sprinter on the bike.
4 laps to go.
So Shear, terrific job really getting back together with the group.
Yep, he did a great job getting his teammate, his sprinter, into a great position. We've got the 5 riders all together. Dawes just coming right back up to make contact with the leaders.
They're along the back stretch, and they all start to group together as Dodds House makes up the ground.
And this is exciting. You have to decide whether you want to lead, whether you want to sit on. What are you going to do at this point? And a lot of times in the little 5, it's the team that's the most aggressive. You can win it from the front. You see that a lot. Yesterday in the women's race, we saw a girl come around out of turn 4.
You know, it's also interesting to note that the wind isn't that big right now. It's not that high, although it is a tailwind down the finish and a headwind down the backside. So maybe if you lean coming into lap 3, you can be first coming around the lap out of corner 4.
We're on 198. What's the conversation going on right now in that lead peloton?
Trying to get sorted out who gets to be on the sprinter's wheel. Looks like they're going to let Alex lead it out. Just trying to get sorted out, right? These guys are experienced. They know how it's going to shake out.
This has essentially come down to a 200-lap current between 5 guys. I mean, these are all true sprinters, so they're as going as slow as they have to go to be in the front.
2 laps to go. Chappie Blackwell the 4th, giving the signal, and it's his son that is in the lead pack. CT Blackwell the 5th.
It's got to be exciting. I really think Alex is in the best position here. Dodd's house isn't comfortable with that. But the interesting thing is Alex isn't going to let anybody pass him. And the key is the shortest distance on the track is the inside line. And so that's why he wants that inside line.
It's also the fastest spot on the track, so that if you force the other guiders to go on the outside as we come...
This is it.
Here they come around for the white flag. They've already started their sprint around this quarter-mile track. In light blue, Black Key Bulls starting their sprint. On the inside, it's White and the Cutters team and Alex Bishop.
Absolutely amazing. And these 2 guys are roommates. Alex Bishop on Cutter, Isaac Neff on Black Key Bulls are trying to get around.
Here's where we talk about that headwind, tailwind. It's the shortest distance on the inside where the Cutters have it coming out of turn 4. The race is here. It's going to happen right now.
The Cutters have a slight edge coming out of turn 4. Coming in on the outside, it's Visay. It's Cutters picking them up and laying them down to pick up the victory in the 57th Men's Little 500.
Cutters taking it from the front. They rode a textbook race today all day long on the front. They made the race, took it from the front. That's how you win the Little 500.
You saw him ride a good tempo, and then he stood up off that saddle and he really accelerated coming out of turn 4.
You know, Jason, I didn't know if he had it, because the other guys were starting to come up behind him, but he had a little punch left, huh? He had something left for that last 10-meter jump.
He had a little punch, and without a lot of grade or angle on the track like you'd have on the velodrome, you can actually win it off the front. You're not getting a big pull by coming around the outside. A tremendous job by Alex Bishop and the Cutters. That's their 8th win.
Well, here in the student paper, there was a big headline and a big front page, and there was a picture of Alex Bishop as we take a look at the last sprint. And one of the question marks was, is Alex Bishop the next big thing?
This year he certainly is, and Alex has told me he wants to upgrade. He wants to be a Category 1 elite racer and go on and do more things in cycling. Incredible.
Very aggressive, and a lot of confidence to really take this race from the front with 2 laps to go. Staying on the inside where it's fast, in the wind, knowing that everybody is sitting on your wheel, but realizing that you're confident enough that you can take the sprint on the last lap.
For the Cutters team, this is their 8th win all time to tie them with Delta Chi for first overall in victories in Little 500 history. And this was a team that was started by Delta Chi riders who were essentially disenfranchised from the fraternity. This is their first win since 2004. They also won it in 2000 and in 1997. So 4 wins for the Cutters team in this decade alone.
Jed, all the other teams, Team Major Taylor, Dodd's House, Black Key Pools, right now they're in their pits, heads down. They're looking over at the Cutters and they're thinking to themselves, that could have been us. But I guarantee you they're thinking about next year already. They're saying, you know what? We're going to come back here next year and win this race.
Of the teams that we saw that were essentially on the lead lap and on that lead peloton, there were maybe only 2 or maybe 3 that were flawless today. Cutters was one of them. The Black Key Bulls, you just wonder what the chain derailment and having to run in the pits, what sort of impact that had, if any, at the end. And Team Major Taylor, a heroic effort, but they had to catch up so often because of bad exchanges.
Well, that's right. You know, we see that the all-time winner leaderboard here, Delta Chi with 8, Cutters with 8, Phi Kappa Psi with 7, and Phi Gamma Delta, also known as Fiji, with 6. But you know, you're right, because what happened is we saw that Major Taylor had a strategy, but they had their exchanges weren't that clean. They had to make up a lot of ground. They had to spend a lot of extra energy, and you know, that really makes a difference at the end.
The Cutters have won the 57th Men's Little 500. When we return, we'll have the award ceremony, and Jason Sonneborn will talk with the victorious team. Stay with us here on HDNet.
Our scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to Bloomington, Indiana, the campus of Indiana University, the 57th running of the Men's Little 500, victorious today.